legends in the goddamn skies and call it out. Woo woo, woo woo, woo woo. Come on.
Yo, what's up, ninjas? Welcome back to All Things Juggalo, and we are gonna do kind of like a comparison video. Someone kind of mentioned this a long time ago in some of my collection videos that I made, and they dropped a line about wanting to see what was inside, and I didn't do that because I was just showing shit off. I wasn't like getting into any detail. But let's go ahead and do this shit on. Boom, great Melinko. Now what I got here first, of course, is the Island Records release. This is what we all know and love. We all have this fucking album, and you all seen this. I got the red. I didn't get all the colors because I just really didn't see much point. I'm not so much of a collector that I have to have everything that's completely identical regardless of a color. You know, unless there's like a big difference to it, I just didn't see much of a point to it. But of course, you know, inside you know what this looks like. Boom, boom, boom. It's a kind of a red tint. The booklet opens up. Boom, 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 bam. All that same shit. You all know this shit. You've all read it. You've all seen it. And only a piece of the reveal of the next Joker's card, which that part is like the tail end of it, which was of course Jekyll Brothers. Amazing Jekyll Brothers. Let me say that right. But yeah, I got the red tinted one. I thought that was cool. That was the color I really liked. And you know the track listings here. But let's go ahead and, of course, Island Records. Boom. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next version that I have. Insane Clown Posse. This is kind of like their, what they call this, a radio edit thing. They sent this out to all the radios as like a demo thing. And it's not a demo, it's just something they gave everybody to the radios to play that shit, get that shit out. Boom. That's how big of a difference that is. Boom, that's all you got. Disc isn't black, it's clear. You know, nothing behind it. Over here, a different picture of them, you know, holding their fucking heads. And it's just blue. There's nothing to it. Purely white. Pure cover. Very simple. Because it's, you know, it was only meant to be a fucking release of the demo. God, I can't even think of the damn word. Promotional. That's what it is. Promotional use. Back looks like that. And of course the track listings are different because this was actually Hollywood Records that was released. You can see right down here, produced by Mikey Clark and ICP Management, Alex Abyss, who is no longer with Psychopathic Records, of course. But yeah, I'll go over the track listings here in a second. But what we're going to get to is this grand fucking motherfucker right here. The gold release of the Hollywood Records release. Hollywood was the only one they actually did the gold release to. And you'll know why. We take a look inside. Boom. Of course you got that gold tint. It's pretty, you know, nice fucking look to it. Got all the gold over here. Nothing behind it. Of course not. And let's take a look at what the actual difference was to the booklet. Not much. Not much. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and rip this out before we do this, so we can actually do a real comparison. Boom, see? Nothing changed. Nothing different. Totally identical. Until you get here. Let me fully open that bitch and then I'll show that last. See what I mean? Completely identical all the way through the booklet. Except for, you ready for it? Here you go. There's your Island Records release. That's the red. And the gold had a complete reveal. The next to arrive will be the amazing Jekyll Brothers, Jake and Jack Jekyll, the 5th Joker's card. That's pretty fucking dope. That's only going to be in the gold release album. So I definitely wanted to share that comparison with you, because somebody mentioned it and they was like, man, I wish I could have seen the shit inside. And I was like, yep, I can do that for you. You know, it's been quite a while, but you know, I finally got around to it. Alright, let's go ahead and compare these. Let's look at these two first. Both Hollywood Records release. You know, you got your intro, Great Melinko, Hocus Pocus, Piggy Pie, How Many Times, Southwest Voodoo, Halls of Illusion, What is a Juggalo, Jesus, House of Horrors, Hallelujah, Down with the Clown, Just Like That, and Pass Me By. Those are the only tracks on here. So these two are identical because they're Hollywood Records. As you can see, you compare them side by side, there's a lot more tracks on the Island Records. Comparison, see if I can remember which ones. You got Great Melinko, Hocus Pocus, Piggy Pie, How Many Times, Southwest Voodoo, Hollywood, Halls of Illusion, Under the Moon was added, What is a Juggalo, House of Horrors, Boogie Woogie Woo, of course, was added, The Ned Game was added, Hallelujah, Down with the Clown, Just Like That, and Pass Me By. So honestly, it's nice to have these Hollywood versions because of their rarity. But if you just want songs, get the Island Records version. It's going to have 3 extra tracks, which is Under the Moon, Boogie Woogie Woo, and The Ned Game. So if you want the songs, I highly suggest you get yourself the Island Records release. The one you can find anywhere, almost. Amazon, stores out there, almost everywhere. But if you are a real collector and you want to have something that's a lot more rare, go out and find yourself a Hollywood Records release. They do have other colors. Gold, red, green, purple, all of them. And then of course the promotional use one, which is the same thing. All the tracks. Just a very bland cover, that's all. And then of course the ultra rare gold version. But there you have it. Boom, 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 boom. There's my comparison for the Hollywood Records and Islands release of the Great Melinko. And I'm out this bitch. So much clown love. Whoop whoop.